Welcome, everybody. Blow your brains out with me, Rick E. Warden, and Dave Jarvis. We
Hello,
have the
hello.
Freak Show. We are the Freak Show. That's right. Revolution calling right here. Tonight, we have special guest, Spread Eagle from the streets of Manhattan, joining us here shortly. And until then, we are very pleased and honored to have Ariel with us tonight of local Dallas Fort Worth band Against All Odds. And she's going to tell us about their new song. And we're going to listen to it together here tonight. For right now, everybody, just say hi to my host, Dave Jarvis.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is a lovely Wednesday evening. I've been away for a couple weeks, but yeah, in that time, I've gone down many death metal plateaus. I've discovered the beauty that is the band Carcass. If you ever get a
Nice.
chance, they are fucking amazing.
Did you go see them?
No, I started reading this book called Heavy by Dan Franklin, and he basically breaks down heavy metal as like a spiritual thing, and
Yeah.
each chapter is like so. He talks about the main four, which are Dio, Sabbath, Zeppelin, and Judas Priest, and he talks about them like Lord of the Rings characters. And then the next chapter is about speed and death metal and how nuclear holocaust and the threat of nuclear annihilation over the 80s is what drove them. And then like black metal and death metal. And I just read a chapter on old Phil Anselmo and how he's the greatest metal frontman of all time and also super racist.
Well, it sounds like you've had a revolutionary death metal spiritual experience here, folks. All
Yeah.
right, so here it is, everybody. Live New York City street metal.
Hey guys and gals,
Rob DeLuca. Hello.
nice to see you. Thanks for having us.
Welcome, welcome.
We just finished a rehearsal here in the Lower East Side of New York City and in Manhattan, and figured we'd check in, hype up the show a little bit.
Damn right. All
Play
right. So,
Friday
everybody
night.
listening, this is Rob DeLuca of the band Spread Eagle in New York, Manhattan, right now, talking to us from the streets. Are you inside the rehearsal space still?
I
Rehearsal
am.
studio? There it is. There's a tour around the recording or the rehearsal studio there in Manhattan. What's it called? In case anybody's looking for a spot.
Rivington Music.
There you go. All right. But not only that, Rob DeLuca, man, I think you might be like the Bob Daisley of this band, Spread Eagle. Is that right?
I'm not sure what that means, but Bob Daisley's pretty amazing.
Isn't he? Well, I'm trying to ask you that. Do you write these songs or help write these songs?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me give just another little bit of background for anybody tuning in. Rob DeLuca has performed with UFO. So have you played with Michael Shakner, Rob?
No, I've never met Michael Schenker. He left about 17 years ago, and Vinnie Moore joined, and I joined about 15 years ago.
So, long story short, is we could do a whole 2-hour show with you, Rob, just about your history in rock and roll heavy metal music. But we're not here to do that tonight. We're privileged to be able to have you guys playing here in Arlington, Texas this coming Friday.
Yeah, we're very psyched. We haven't been in the Dallas area in a long time, so we're very excited. Band's great. We're rehearsing. We just rehearsed. Sounded really good. Ray walking down the hallway right now. That's our singer, Ray West.
Hey, Ray West, how are you, man? Those are some amazing vocals there.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys got to come back on when you have more time and spend a good couple of hours with us, because between the two of you, there's a lot of information to go over.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. We definitely.
Yeah, please do, man, because your vocals are superior. You know, I normally tell vocalists that, hey, your vocals are really good, you know. But yeah, your vocals are superior, and I come from a long line. I'm 57 years old. I only look 18. At least that's what the girls say.
That's a very Those are very kind words, man. I appreciate
Yeah, man. I grew up on Black Sabbath and Aerosmith, but fell in love with Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Queensryche and all the great heavy metal and then hard rock bands too. And kind of how I found out about you guys was through AMF management with Resist and Bite. I heard that Resist and Bite record over a year ago and fell in love with it. It's an amazing record.
Yeah, Nate's he's a
Go
friend.
ahead.
Nathan, the singer, is a very nice guy too.
Yep. Yeah. Pleasant fella, man. All right. So, your records kick ass. Y'all officially have 3 records released.
Yes. We released a couple in the 90s and we released Subway to the Stars a few years ago.
Okay. So Subway to the Stars is the latest release.
Yeah. And then COVID hit. So we're touring it now. That's why we're coming to Arlington, Texas, Friday at Mavericks.
That's right, man. Arlington, Texas is pretty much, to us, it is the home of heavy metal music.
Really?
It's hard to beat being the home of Pan fucking Terra.
That's right, man. That's right. Dallas.
Yeah.
I remember we did a show with them back in the Concrete.
With what band?
We played actually right after. No.
I'm not sure. But...
With Spread Eagle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell me about the songwriting first before I ask you about the guitar playing because your guitar's sitting with us. So tell me about the songwriting. Rob, with your experience in, heavy metal, hard rock and roll music, I just kind of got a feeling that you might be the magic here that's kind of stringing all this together.
No, I hate to. No, I don't like to look at it that way. Everyone is very important, but I'm very hands-on. I kind of like try to bring it all together. But everyone writes. Everyone is incredibly talented. So it's not like that where it's it's a band. So.
Yeah. Well, how involved are you in the songwriting then?
I write music. I write lyrics. A lot.
Yeah, that's what I figured, and that's why I called you originally, or I asked you, are you the Bob Daisley of the band Spread Eagle? Because I admire Bob Daisley so much. I really don't think we would have Randy Rhoads, or we wouldn't have got to experience Randy Rhoads the way that we got to experience him, not only with that Ozzy and all of that, but with Bob Daisley specifically.
Yeah.
If I may ask, Rob.
Okay, hey, you're breaking up on me. I don't know what it is, but you're breaking up on me. I can't hear you there.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
I do hear you now. Mm-hmm.
It's about craftsmanship. Like Rob's become very gifted at crafting song. It's songwriting.
Yeah.
It's craft. So people can't just put pen to paper and pick up a guitar and make it happen. So through years, he's really become a master craftsman. And I've learned a lot just from being around him. So it bleeds into me. So we go back and forth. Spread is a collaborative. So don't get that wrong. It's a collaborative.
Well, thanks for hopping on here and saying it. I know it's a collaboration, but I could see that he had a lot, a heavy hand in it. And I just really appreciate the songwriting. I listened to all 3 records today. And so in that process, I listened to multiple songs multiple times. Like I listened to the Revolution song multiple times.
That's my favorite Spread Eagle riff, Revolution.
Yeah. I listened to a lot of songs. I need to pull it up here so I can get a reference. My mind is busy thinking of you guys, and I just found the records today. I may have come across Spread Eagle in the past and listened to a song or two and went, ooh, kick ass. I need to come back and listen to that. But today I sit down and listen to all 3 records, and they're amazing.
We're a special band. We're doing something very unique in the hard rock genre, and none of our songs sound similar. Like we sound like ourselves, but every song is different. We never repeat ourselves, and we're amazing live bands. So we're really excited for Friday in Dallas, Arlington.
It's a very original sound. You guys call yourselves New York City street metal.
We are. We developed that sound, street metal from the early '90s in New York City.
Well, it sounds like you're carrying the torch well, man, because I'm a critic of music, man. I wouldn't blow shit up your ass.
Thank
Those
you.
songs are good songs. The vocals are exceptional, okay? And then the lead guitar work on there, I can't remember the fella's name. I looked him up earlier. What's his name?
You texted me about Zeev Chalet.
Yeah, Zeev Shalev, everybody. This lead guitarist is exceptional. He's apparently a studio musician, very well versed. And that's kind of where I'm coming from is I'd never heard of that guitar player before. And it takes a setting. Someone's got to create this band setting for a badass guitarist like that to have a place to play that kind of guitar work with this music.
We got lucky when we met him. Our drummer Rick Luca brought him in, and he's just fantastic. He's one of the top online session guys in the country. So he does like three songs a day every day of his life. Of course.
So he's on a bunch of records.
He's on a lot of records. Yeah.
Kick ass. All right. Well, man, I wished we had more time. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before you have to cut loose?
Yes, come see us Friday night in Arlington, Dallas at Mavericks. Spread Eagle.
It'll be worth it. You know, that's why I wanted to kind of interview you the way that I did, you know, and I apologize for that, but I want to get this information out that anybody that wants to see a good metal band, you know, with exceptional vocals, excellent lead guitar, just superb lead guitar work. I have to listen to this shit a lot more times just to appreciate the guitar work alone. But all the songs are well written. They're the kind of music that I like where, you know, it's a full experience. You get to hear a whole song. And if you don't listen to the whole song, you're going to miss out.
Thanks, Rick.
And every time you play a song, you peel back the onion. There's always something else when you listen to it again. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot there. It's very deep music.
So tonight's Wednesday. Everybody has 3 days to learn the lyrics so we can get out there and scream along. All right. With Spread Eagle Friday. Thank you, Elmo Jones Productions and Mavericks in Arlington.
Thank you, Rick. See you in Arlington on Friday night.
Thank you, especially to you, Rob, and the band Spread Eagle. We hope to interview you again sometime in the near future. We'll spend a good couple of hours together.
Great. Sounds great. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Metal. My voice is horrible tonight, guys. Hey, I can actually kick you off of there. Hello, Dave Jarvis.
Hey there.
Hello, Ariel. How was that for a hot interview with Spread Eagle?
Hey, that was pretty dope. They seem really cool guys.
It was very hot. I didn't realize the streets of Manhattan were so tough.
That's funny, man. That's what he told me was they we're going to have to do it out on the streets because the recording studio or rehearsal studio time is expensive. And so makes sense to me, but apparently they did it in the little waiting room there. Nice. Inside the studio. Yeah, it was cool. I forget the name of the studio, but here's the thing, Dave, is, you know, I really don't talk shit when it comes to music. I wouldn't have even contacted these guys if they sucked, you know, or I might would, but you know what I'm saying? But I actually listened to all 3 of their records and it's good shit, dude. It's really good.
Well, I'm glad they don't suck.
Yeah, well, and I'm glad I found a new band to jam on because it's that kind of music.
Yeah. Oh, what inspired you, Ariel? What kind of music did you come up listening to?
So honestly, I grew up on a lot of 80s rock from my parents. I listened to a lot of cassette tapes, which I hope that doesn't tell you how old I am. So I'm a female vocalist, so I really, really appreciate the works of Pat Benatar. But I grew up listening to AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Scorpions was one of my favorites. And then when I got a little bit older in like the teenage years, it was kind of like Alice in Chains, Breaking Benjamin, Chevelle, a little bit of Evanescence influence. Kind of
nice. What was your first concert?
Ooh, like first local concert? Because this is a good question.
Let's do both.
First concert you had to pay to get into.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be for a local band out of Carrollton. They were called the Frets at the time, but now they're called the News Can Wait. First live that's not local, I'd have to say it was BFD. when the Eagle was around.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to see
Big fucking deal. The Eagle.
Yeah.
Now the Freak.
Yeah.
They say what they want over there now.
Right. Which BFD was that one?
Ooh, I think this was the one with Rob Zombie.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
And it was a while back. I got to meet
at Smirnoff. Them.
If y'all remember her, Cindy Skull.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yes, she was always cool. Did you
Cindy.
buy some of her soap? Some Skull soap.
Isn't she like a?
She
she like a
soap, or she used to?
I think isn't she like a realtor now? Like she just gave up radio and became like a real estate agent or something.
That would be a fun fact. I know she's really tall. She's a very tall lady. I don't know. That's a.
All right, keep talking,
I'll have
fellas.
to look into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last BFD I went to was Mudvayne. That must have been like 09. It's like Mudvayne and like Five Finger Death Punch had just come out. Nobody even talked about them, but they opened the show. And I think Puddle of Mud played that one too. That was a good show. So I guess it must have been like what, a year or two after that.
Yeah, it wasn't too long after that.
Nice. How did Against All Odds come to be?
Literally against all odds. Our original drummer met our guitarist at a tattoo parlor, and then our original drummer lived in my neighborhood, and he's like, "Oh, you play guitar?" I go, "No, I'm actually a vocalist." He's like, "Sarcasm, right?" And I go, "No, I'm legit. I'm a vocalist." And so that's how it kind of started. We just kind of started jamming out and then making our own original songs. And then we got Jared, and then did a drum change because of life changes, and that's kind of how we are. I mean, it started out locally.
So to interject with y'all real quick, we got Cindy Skull on the screen. The Toon Raider can be heard. It says here, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York.
Shut the front door.
She's got a lot of different radio stations on there, including the Eagle, which she's not on. So all this might be old. And I thought if we click around, we might see some of her soap here. All right. So that's it.
I'm curious to why soap.
That's what, man. I used to go to shows all the time, and she would be set up there with a booth selling soap.
Huh.
Yeah, like at the Ride for Dime, for example, and just a few different shows I'd been to.
Hey, I know you're gonna
Cindy
smell
Skull would be there selling soap that she made herself.
I mean, that's very cool. Very
It's crazy to think about, right? The DJ from the Eagle was selling soap, but she had Skull soap, so.
So we were talking backstage about the last time that I saw Against All Odds. My band Dank opened for y'all. It was like Us, y'all, and Used But Not Forgotten. Do you know what Used But Not Forgotten have been up to these days?
So I know a few months back they played at the House of Blues. I think it was their inside stage with a couple of other bands that I know. As of right now, I don't know what they're doing. I have them on social medias. But no, as of right now, let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me look that one up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm here for. I'm at least part engineer.
Have you, Ariel? Have you found social media to be helpful in the progress of the band?
I think so. We find a lot of different people that we can collaborate with if we choose to, especially when we lost a drummer and we had to do a replacement. It was very easy to access like other musicians in our area, and then promoting shows has been really good, and then following other bands and seeing what they're doing and building sets with them. And it's been very great. It's been nice to collaborate with other local artists with like-minded stage presence and willing to play.
It's been fun to watch too as a fan. It's been fun to watch your band grow. I was aware of the band from the beginning because I know your former drummer, Josh Ing.
Oh, do you really? Oh.
Yeah, he's a really nice dude, man. He used to come over to my house and play drums with me for hours, like 2 days in a row for, weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And then he pulled out same time he did with everyone else and went with Caleb McIntyre.
Yeah, I bawled my eyes out, but I understand. I mean,
Mhm.
it's professionalism.
I'm
and I
still
appreciate-
bawling my eyes out, but I've got Grego, and you've got your new drummer, so you guys did well.
Yeah.
And hopefully Josh is doing well. As long as he's happy, that's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
He came to our last show that we had out here in Forney.
Mm-hmm.
And he came and checked it out. And he even brought his mom. And his mom was like, not really into metal music.
little too heavy for your taste, huh?
Yeah, it was cute.
Okay, hey, Dave, what's the name of that band? I'll look them up while you ask Ariel another question.
Used but not forgotten.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they became another band, and I remember they Solid Hate. They became Solid Hate.
Yes.
And
Okay, I've heard that.
Yeah, they were like an old school band that broke up, and then they got back together, and they actually played their first show back, and they sold out Mavericks. Like like people were just drizzling out of the doors. It was a beautiful sight to see.
Nice. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah. So, Ariel, when y'all were interviewing for the new positions, did they have to meet a certain height requirement, or they have to have a certain hair color or whatever?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone has to be taller than me, which is not very hard. I'm about 5 foot. And I'm the only one that's allowed to have purple hair. And that's pretty much it. As far as skills go, whatever you bring to the table.
It's good to have standards. I respect that.
All right, so it looks like they did a show, Used But Not Forgotten, as recently as February 12th. Assuming that's this year. No, that says 2022, actually. So,
yeah, they were cool.
Right,
they were like stoner metal.
So
really
Solid Hate then.
The show that we did, it was very nice. It was very eclectic with all the bands, and I kind of enjoy that because sometimes you just get straight metal across the board, and sometimes it can kind of run together. But having kind of an eclectic set is very cool because then you kind of appeal to different backgrounds of music because everybody listens to different stuff all the time.
Is there one band that all of you unite underneath?
Ask that one more time. I'm sorry, I missed something.
Is there a band that all of y'all agree on that is like the standard with which you are reaching?
Locally or nationally?
Oh, just any.
Just any.
Nationally, of course, because you don't think just locally. You guys have a national sound. We're going to hear that in just a minute.
I don't know. I guess sound-wise, I'd like to be where the Alice in Chains, Breaking Benjamin, Lacuna Coil, like all of them. I'd like to be in that domain. Locally, there's a lot of. We've played with a lot of metal bands who are really, really great. I think one that is kind of par to us that is kind of the same sound. It's Mirror Mirror. They're out of Arlington.
Mirror.
Yeah, they're a really good band. We played with them at Reno's Chop Shop when we had Josh still, and they have a female lead, and she has classic music vocal experience, so she adds a little bit of that into the mix, which is very, very cool.
Very cool. Hey, thanks for sharing.
Is there a particular part of the Metroplex that you prefer to play?
Well, Deep Ellum was fun for a while, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on over there, so we've kind of shied away just a little bit. We want to make more of a splash in the Fort Worth, Arlington area because we love Six Springs so much because the venue is amazing, but we want to make more of a splash kind of out in the Fort Worth, Arlington area just to get more well known and play with the other bands that are over there because there are a lot of great locals over in that area.
Yeah, totally. Those are people that just cut their teeth on metal.
Yes. Yeah. They're very dedicated, but I love it. Their passion is beautiful and they express it very well. So
have y'all played Ridgely?
Not yet. We've been offered a couple of shows over there, but it was one where there was 3 different shows going on at the same time. And so we were going to be put in the smaller stage. And so there was going to be a lot of split attention. So we opted out not to play there. But
Good
it's,
call.
yeah, I was like, I kind of rather, not that I'm an attention whore, but I would like people to focus on our stage presence.
Well, sure.
Yeah, because y'all definitely bring like arena rock energy to your show. So I definitely think y'all would sound great on the theater.
I appreciate that.
Hey, even dudes wearing jeans and t-shirts are putting on a show. It's a show whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
It's a show. So enjoy it. Do what you guys enjoy. Your music fits theatrics. So yeah, do it. Hey, I have some questions about this song. How did y'all come about recording the song Cold?
So writing it first, I came home really crappy mood. We all have highs and lows. I was at a really low. I wrote the song in 5 minutes. Vocally, I had lyrics down, melody, sent it to my guitarist. He, in 10 minutes, sent me back guitar for it. And then we pitched it to the guys, and it's become one of like our best songs. And it wasn't a song that I thought we would initially record. We have
Right.
like 8 other songs that are brilliant. But we recorded it at Empire Studios with Alex Grest.
Okay,
it's out of
Empire
Carrollton.
Studios.
Yeah. It was beautiful studio. It was the first time ever I was in front of a professional setting, which is kind of nerve-wracking. I swear my heart was going to pound out of my chest for no reason. I was more scared singing in front of that mic than I was in front of an audience.
Well, as long as it's paid for, that's my biggest deal. It's hard for me to concentrate because I'm seeing dollars.
Yeah.
Yep. It's weird like that. But either way, they did kick ass. Go ahead, Dave Jarvis.
Yeah. I was going to ask, what's it like working with Alex?
Very good. He brings more like a professional side to it. So he helps you see. We cut a few things because I know that you've seen us live. So that song originally is like a 6-minute song, and we had to shave it down to about 4.5 or something like that. So he does
to be able to fit in your other songs.
Yeah, so it fits better for like radio play and everything, and then it allows us to bring a little bit more heavier aspect to it for people to listen to, and then we'll really grab you by the nuts when we perform it live. So
nice. So you just recorded the one song with him?
Yeah, just the one. We are in works of recording more. It is expensive, so playing more shows and building funds and everything like that is our key to continue and adding up to our own pot as well.
Well, on that note, say hi to Ville Girl. She's a regular over here. She's in the chats. So anyone else wanting to hop in on the chats, we'll always recognize you and appreciate you for hopping in the chats. And if you want to support this channel by supporting this channel, Dave Jarvis and myself, Ricky Warden, then you're also supporting the bands. So in this case, you're supporting Ariel and her band Against All Odds. We've been promoting your show since we started this podcast almost a year ago. Dave, do you have an idea when our 1-year anniversary is?
With me, it's probably sometime in November, I think.
Oh crap. I'm way ahead of myself, aren't I?
I know. It just feels like forever.
Okay, well that's an important question though, Dave, is more music, because when everybody hears this song Cold, they're obviously going to want to hear more. For now, they'll have to come out and catch you guys live.
Yes, is there a Venmo or a way to help the band out?
Yeah, I can do y'all want me to post a link somewhere?
Sure, you can post it in the comments. I can copy it from there and put it in the description.
All right.
You can post it in the live comments now. But that's entirely up to you. What kind of response? I know that Reckless Rock Radio played Cold. What kind of response have you gotten to this song so far? The recorded version.
Overwhelmingly positive. Whenever you write a song as a musician, you're always very nervous, the reaction, because that is your life. That's my therapy. Sure. And we've got a lot of great feedback and people wanting more, and we're trying to do that. I promise.
Yeah, it's a killer balance between, you know, not giving a fuck and, you know, actually wanting someone or people that love music to enjoy your music, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, are y'all ready to go ahead and play the song Cold tonight?
Let's do it.
Shit,
Go
yeah.
ahead and give us a proper introduction, and then I'll come back and clip it as a short.
All right. Hey, everybody. You're going to listen to Cold by Against All Odds.
Drifting to sleep and just fade away. No one will know where you will go, your safest space. 'Cause hiding behind your cute little smile, the darkness it grows with each passing hour. I can't turn back the dial. I'm feeling so cold, not to the touch, falling so fast. Please don't you dare the grudge. 'Cause this fake little smile, it's getting too much for me to control. Oh, I've lost all control and I'm never enough. When gravity hits and all that remains are the stories untold and the secrets we take to our grave. 'Cause 6 feet below, with nowhere to go, the light becomes dark and dark is the light, so I'm told. I'm feeling so cold, not to the touch, falling so fast. Please don't you dare the grudge. 'Cause this fake little smile, it's getting too much for me to control. Oh, I've lost all control and I'm never enough. I'm feeling so cold, not to the touch, falling so fast. Please don't you dare hold a grudge. I'm feeling so cold, not to the touch, falling so fast. Please don't you dare hold the grudge. 'Cause this fake little smile, it's getting too much for me to control. Oh, I've lost all control and I'm never enough.
Fuck yeah.
Damn, that was awesome.
Kick ass.
The musicianship is amazing.
Yeah, that reminds me of like My Chemical Romance, but heavier.
Bit heavier.
With a badass female vocalist.
Heck
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent singing, Ariel. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
everything you've done.
Excellent. Excellent production.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
And you,
How
and you
about
said you got
This is Randy Bell with us here tonight. Randy, what do you think of that?
Good evening. That was brilliant. It was great. Enjoyed
think
it
so, too.
tremendously.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you said you got 8 more just like it?
Yeah, we have 8 more. Just gotta get them recorded.
All right, so this is going to be the last time we see you because you're clearly going to take off. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to see
And-
you again. Or well, not see you, talk to you because
Yeah, sorry. This
Well,
is
you keep asking him, and he might show face, but if his hair's as dirty as mine, he might not. That's why I'm
Okay.
mostly covered tonight. I'm filthy.
I know what he
Yeah.
looks like.
all right. Very good. Appreciate that. It's kind of my thing to hide in the shadows while Ricky shows off how good looking he is.
Oh, whatever. Hey, man, I do have a concert calendar if anyone wants to spend a minute going through it before we get out of here tonight. I also want to tell anybody who's paying attention, we do have another comment over here real quick. So, Ville Girl, hello again. You're fucking awesome. Thank you for joining us. That little support, one person.
I know. I love
it's
it.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really the world. Hey, Ville Girl, what did you think of? Is your awesome for Ariel here? Her vocal capabilities with her band Against All Odds. I'm honored to play that song. Like, I'm honored that you're here. We're together tonight. I agree with Dave Jarvis. If it were a different world, I'm sure record companies would already be, already be checking you guys out.
Oh, most definitely.
You're boosting my ego and it's gonna make my head really big. So
Well, it's not about that. It's about, agreeing with you, being in agreement and supporting you, So it's
Yeah.
just love and support. And we couldn't do it if you weren't doing it. You fucking worked hard to do this.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
I hear you've got a show in July.
Yes, we have a show in July. Our good friends Ratchet Dolls, they're coming in from San Antonio. They're making their little tour. I guess it's kind of a small summer tour, and so they're going to make their way up, and we're going to play at O'Reilly's with them. So
Cool.
Nice. Ratchet Dolls are awesome.
yeah, they're really good. We played a show with them at Six Springs. It was on a Wednesday though, so there was maybe 10 people. But I'll play for one person. I'll play for nobody. I don't care as long as I get to play.
That's the spirit.
I think I saw him at the Rail one night.
Yeah, they played at the Rail just recently.
No, years ago.
Oh, years ago. Oh, wow.
A few years ago. I think it was.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Mhm.
All right, so cool, badass. What else do we have on the concert calendar?
Concert calendar it is. So again, anybody who wants to hop on over in the live chat and comment on any of these events here, we just have a few, but we are going to go through them. We got Haltom Theater, our good buddies over there. Chaz, we got a Metal Fest coming up. Do you see a date on that? There's some damn good bands there. Electric Vengeance again.
May 13th.
Thank you, Randy Bell. May 13th. Your host, Ricky Warden, is half blind. I had to take my shades off and still couldn't see it. I can't even see it on my full screen monitor. But I can see the Prophecy date, April the 15th. This show is here. We've been promoting it for a couple of months now. And so to our Texas death metal fans, got Prophecy and the Metal Fest there at Haltom Theater. And then another show at Haltom Theater, Tyrannical Deception. I'm not, I think I listened to this band, but they're definitely on my list to get back to. Anybody know about this band, Tyrannical Deception?
Mm-mm.
No, sir.
No, but Escalation of a Genocide is on there. They keep popping up in these concert calendars.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing that they're pretty much, either death metal ish or grind hardcore.
Or
All right,
Stone Cold
so,
Freak.
Yeah.
And that show is this Saturday, April 8th.
It is. That's right. That's why I brought, because I don't have a lot of shows to go over, and that's why I got this. One is to show some love for the local scene. That's what we do here. is show love for the local scene, all good bands and venues. The folks over at Haltom Theater have worked really hard to fucking create a good venue and do a lot of kick-ass shows. So that's what we're about, is supporting that.
Yeah.
And especially cool shows like this, the 420 Fest
All right.
Oh,
with what's that band right there? DANK with your boys Dank.
That's not us.
Nope, they just threw that word on there.
Oh, I'm sure there are plenty of danks all over the country.
You little rascal.
That's
All right,
that's,
everybody.
That's why I chose X Extensional. Ain't nobody picking that one.
True that. True that. You
Well,
know, I
well,
bet
cool.
there are a few Dank Rep X.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's happening locally 420, but I do know Beavis and Butthead is coming back on 420.
Mhm.
Nice. Excellent call. Okay, so also, you know, part of the thing here, guys, is I'm obviously going to love on Elmo Jones Productions and the Maverick, because, you know, I have my heart's in Arlington. So over here at Mavericks, they got a couple of shows coming up. The Stonebreed show, May the 31st.
Stonebreed, lovely people. Yeah, they're from LA.
Sorry.
Very nice guys. Hey,
They are
Ariel,
from
I
LA.
got
That was going to be my question.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead, Dave.
yeah, I was going to say, since you're closer to Dallas than we are, do you know anything about Amplified going under and becoming something else?
So I don't know much about it other than what we've all read. We've played it there twice. One show that we played, the promoter was very wishy-washy. I don't know what went on with there, but I don't know why exactly they went under. I felt like they were doing pretty good with the shows and bringing in people. I know that they're closing down, and I guess they're going to use the bigger venue that used to be the Gas Monkey Live, that bigger venue that's off to the side. But it said something about non-rock shows, so I'm not sure what that means, if they're just going to be more eclectic with the shows. But I'm kind of disappointed, kind of sad, because it was a nice place to go to. I really like the outdoor stage.
I wonder if
Right.
it had something to do with that Wasp show.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, what a clusterfuck that was.
I'm over here on their Facebook page now, and that Carcass show just this last night. It was Carcass, Municipal Waste, and Sacred Reich, and that was
Damn
last
it.
night at Granada Theater, but it's being promoted here on the Amplified Live.
Oh, okay.
I think the last show was this past weekend, because we were going to go after band rehearsals, but we couldn't make it happen. We rehearsed really late into the night, so.
That's good.
Okay, well, other than
Dedication.
that, I don't see any information on here that says they're doing anything, but I'll take your word for it. Something looks like it's up.
This past weekend was their last show. I think it was Friday or Saturday.
And then what about any other new clubs in Dallas, like even Deep Ellum? Are there any new clubs in Dallas we need to know about, or that we don't already know? Like the Twilight?
I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this place called Echo. But I guess
that one.
Yeah, I guess it's like a mid-sized venue that's having like mid-sized nationals come through. But I guess they've been around for like a year. Don't know anything about it, but just found out about it.
Yeah, I don't know much about Echo. I've heard the name of the venue before in passing, but I haven't heard of anything new from that.
Well, when one venue dies, another one rises up in its place.
It's got
Well,
to.
yeah, I know there's a new venue in Deep Ellum. I just don't know if it's a rock and roll venue or a metal venue. I think it's more of a rock and roll venue. Trying to remember the name of it.
Rock and roll and metal, that's all old people music. They got no place for that over in Dallas.
Well, but I don't know that for sure. That's what I'm saying.
Is the Bomb Factory still around? Or is it just the factory now?
I think it's just the factory.
The factory, okay.
And I think Rivet Head is supposed to be playing there pretty soon.
Yeah. I assumed it was the Bomb Factory and the Factory were the one and the same.
Yeah,
The
same place.
Twilight Lounge. Is that a new bar? The Twilight Lounge.
Nothing.
No, they've been around
No,
for a few
that's-
years.
Yeah, that's older. Guthrie Kennard plays there on a regular basis.
Maybe it's just that where it's coming from is I actually from time to time listen to The Freak. I'm an old Mike Reiner fan, okay? From way back, I'm a day one ticket listener. I was not a everyday, but you know, I'm a old Mike Reiner guy. So he's over on The Freak. He's brought Danny Bayless over with him. And Danny Bayless is part owner in this club, the Twilight Lounge. And it's in Deep Ellum. Trying to find it here. And you know, I thought they were booking. So here it is. It's a cool breezy September night. It's Danny Bayless.
Hey, Ariel, is there still a scene in Lower Greenville? Like besides Granada?
Honestly, I think it's just Granada. I haven't really seen much pop up because I look for other venues and apply to play for those places and stuff. And I've only seen Granada, to be honest.
Okay.
And it's funny, I messaged the people at Granada, I think a year ago, and I never got a response from them. And then I went to that place and I was like, hey, who's your people? And they go, oh, you can just email us. I'm like, yeah, no. So I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it's probably like a 3-year waiting list, but I think y'all could totally play the Levitt Pavilion over in Arlington.
Ooh, right.
Definitely.
I would like to play everywhere. I'm not gonna lie. I will play.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful outdoor, you know, auditorium type deal, all ages, because basically you just walk by and there's music playing all throughout Old Arlington. But y'all would definitely fit in perfectly with that sound.
Dig it.
Okay, for the record, I found Twilight Room Dallas, and it looks like it's just a bunch of old rock and roll bands.
Well, you got to take those old records off the shelf. Sit and listen to them by yourself.
Hey, it is what it is. No, I was just wondering what I've been wondering all this time what kind of venue it was down there that they were, you know, that they were part of. I'm very curious to know what's going on in Deep Ellum.
I think what's going on is everybody is moving to the suburbs and having house parties.
House parties it is. I'm all for it. House parties and small building parties and barn parties. What about your dead dog barn guys? Are we going to line up a show over there or what?
Hey, man, that they run on their own time. But luckily, we pressured them enough that they're finally going to release that Dank movie this Friday.
This Friday?
Yes, sir.
Kick ass. All right, everybody. How about that? So this Friday, we got a Dank movie release.
Oh, yeah. It's just as retarded as it sounds.
A Dank movie release, just as retarded as it sounds. So we need to watch it.
You know what we're going to do.
We need to watch it together. Like when they premiere it, they should premiere it like maybe at 8:00 or something on Wednesday night so we can tune in and watch it and then come over here and do this show or something.
I think the premiere time is 2:20 on Friday.
Afternoon, daytime?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging. I might can catch it. We'll see. All right. Well, there it is, everybody. Premieres 2:20 on The Barn on YouTube. The Barn.
Yeah.
That's Dead
So, Ariel,
Dog Barn.
Ariel, got any plans scheduled to go back into the studio, or are you just playing it by ear by now?
Right now it's kind of play by ear. All my boys have different schedules. So I joke about this and I love them to death and they know I do. It's like herding cats all the time. All the time.
I understand completely what you're talking about.
Yeah. Luckily, I only have 3 of them. If I had any more, I wouldn't know what to do.
You'd be the crazy cat lady.
I would be the crazy cat lady. Yeah.
Well,
if I can't get a hold of them all together, then I call them individually.
Thankfully, they have you, and as much as it might hurt, thankfully you have them. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
it's one of the hardest things to do is put together quality music. I know it is, and I commend you. You've done kick ass. I can't wait to hear
Thanks.
more.
Yeah. Any thoughts on touring?
Yeah, so we've discussed touring. We don't know exactly if we want to do just Texas first or do like a tri-state area, because we know some friends in Louisiana. Well, I don't know them. Our drummer knows some people over in the Louisiana direction. So we would like to do that. That is definitely a plan of ours. It's just I think we're trying to focus on a little bit more recording first. So when we do tour, we have a little bit more something substantial to stand on.
To support and some merchandise to sell.
Oh, yeah.
Good call. Well, before I tag out, Ariel, how do you want to be remembered?
How do I want to be remembered? Man, as a badass lead vocalist on that stage, I love singing. I want people to remember my voice.
Well, guess
There
what?
it is.
They most certainly will.
Absolutely. Leaving it all out there on the stage. People will never forget it.
Yeah. Ah, man. Well, hey, this has been a wonderful evening. Thank y'all very much. Ariel, badass. Randy, always love you. Ricky, always a pleasure, brother.
We
Thanks
need to
for
talk
having me.
about this X610 chill real quick, everybody. Y'all know what this happens to be?
Oh, okay. All right. I got a few minutes.
Yeah, everybody. X610 chill in the house. June the 1st, we have a release. Yours truly, Dave Jarvis, with the Blow Your Brains Out theme. All right. Blow your brains out right here with me, Rick E. Warden, Dave Jarvis. And hey, Ariel, we want to invite you back. Please do. When you guys have shows you need to promote, hop on here with us and let us know so that we can promote your shows.
Most definitely.
You got new music. Let's debut it over here and have a good time always.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for having me. I really appreciate it. This was really awesome.
You're welcome. You know, and just always remember us when you get big, and us to you too. When we're outrageously huge, we'll still be here to support you guys.
You know it. I know where to find you guys.
That's right. Randy Bell, thank you for joining us, man. Do you have anything to close us with tonight?
Long live rock and roll.
There it is. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you every Wednesday right here. Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Blow your brains out with Rick E. Warden, David Jarvis, and get out this Friday to get some pure New York City street metal at Mavericks in Arlington, Texas. Thank you, Elmo Jones Productions. Thank you, Against All Odds. Thank you, X610 Chill. Thank you, Dank. Thank you, Randy Rebel. Good night.
Be sure to check out Cold every chance you get.
Oh, yeah.
Mucho, mucho, mucho amor.